Atlanta Bird Gang, what's happening? What's going on with peeps? It's your dog, Toddy, checking in with a video, man. Hey, man, let's get straight to the business. The business today is, y'all, I'm concerned. I'm worried. I'm concerned. I'm concerned, y'all, about Troy Andersen. I'm concerned. Troy Andersen was of course, a second round pick by our Falcons. He didn't come into the season as a starter. He came backing up Mikael Walker or Michael Walker. I'm not sure what's the correct pronunciation of his name. Sometimes I say Michael, sometimes I say Mikael. But anyway, I'm concerned about Troy Andersen, y'all. I just gotta keep it a full, solid brick with you. I'm concerned going into next season with Troy, more specifically his play, and him going into next season as our projected starter. I'll tell you why I'm concerned. I made a point to watch certain players more closely this year than I did others. And one of those players was Troy Andersen. When we drafted him, full disclosure, I didn't know a whole lot about him, like I'm sure a lot of you guys did. He came from Montana State, seemingly came out of nowhere. So when we drafted him, I was very, very intrigued by it. And so once preseason started and the regular season eventually started, I made a point to kind of focus in on his play. And initially, I was kind of sort of impressed. You could see the raw talent and the tools the Falcons saw, the size, the athleticism, the out of this world speed that this guy possesses at his size. So initially, I was pretty impressed with what I saw, and I know a lot of other Falcons fans. Initially, they were really not impressed. And I remember the beginning of the year, me standing up for Troy, going to bat for Troy, telling people, "Hey man, y'all stop hating on Troy. He's just a rookie, man. You know, he's just starting to play. Y'all stop. Hey man, get a man a chance." Now, since we're at the end of the season, I gotta keep it real and now say I see what a lot of skepticism was from other fans early in the year. As the season went on, it seemed like to me that Troy Andersen's play got worse. And in my opinion, it should have been the other way around. As the season progressed, one would think his play on the field would have got better. Now, don't get me wrong. I did not expect him to come out looking like Ray Lewis or Mike Singletary at linebacker as a rookie. You know, I understand how the whole rookie protocol goes. You know, 97, 98% of rookies are not going to come out looking like Pro Bowl guys, looking like all pro guys. They got to learn. They got to get acclimated to the game, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But with Troy, as the season kept going on, it seemed like to me his play got worse. I went from being kind of impressed to worried. Like, man, this guy, is he going to really be ready to be a full-time starter next year and be effective? Emphasis on the word effective. Because you take a guy in the second round, by year 2, you're typically expecting this guy to start, unless it's a quarterback, of course. And I'm sure that's what the expectations is of Troy Andersen from the Falcons, which is why they drafted him in the second round, which is why he began to start over Walker for the end of the year. But the things I saw with Troy, he really, really struggles to get off blocks. He really struggles to shed blocks. He takes very bad pursuit angles to the football. And sometimes he's just simply lost in space in coverage. I've seen numerous times where Troy just looks like he's just out there running around, like he don't know what's going on. And that concerns me. There's even been times where they send him on a blitz and he's kind of timid going in there. And I'm like, Troy, go, pursue, go. No, if that little running back picks you up, punish him. Stop being timid. Go, attack. And a lot of times more than I would like, I see a lot of apprehension from him, a lot of being timid, and not just that full blast dog that you want to see from your linebacker. Yeah, let me at him. I came to attack, and I don't see that from Troy a lot, and I'm concerned going into next season, man. With him probably being a projected starter because he finished the season off starting. And he started 5 games. He played in every single game. So my own conventional wisdom would have thought, hey, by week 13, 14, 15, 16, you should start to see him get better. But he was getting worse, in my opinion. So, y'all, I'm concerned about Troy going into next year. I'm concerned. I'm very, very concerned about Troy Andersen. And I hope he gets it together year 2 and he alleviates my concerns early going into next year. And he ends up being a total stud because I like the guy. You know, I like him a lot. Like I said earlier in the year, I was going straight to bat for him. But I can't lie, I am concerned about him. Now, if we look at, let's look at PFF, right? His PFF grade. Let's look at his PFF grade this season. He finished with a very, very bad PFF grade, y'all. I don't know if y'all can see that. I hope you can. But his PFF grade was a 40. His PFF grade was a 40. Even if I give him the credit for being a rookie, that's beyond atrocious. That's garbage. That's trash. And I always be saying, well, fans always use the word trash too loosely. But from a PFF standpoint, that is absolutely terrible, even for a rookie. So his PFF grade was a 40, which you can see right here, 40.2. This is his PFF grade. Run defense grade was just only a 49. His best grade was pass rush grade was 65.9, which I think a lot of that can be attributed to his crazy speed. I think the guy ran a 4.3. So he was fairly decent rushing the passer when he was sitting there in the blitz. And I talked about he'd be lost in space and coverage. Look at that, 34. Dude, you can't get no worse than the 34. I think right now in my 40s, you could put me out there and I can do better than a 34 coverage grade. Okay, I'm probably exaggerating, but y'all get my point. These are a 40 grade. That is terrible. A 40 grade, that's terrible, y'all. So, yeah, I'm concerned. I am concerned looking at PFF. And let's compare his PFF grade, y'all, to some of our more recent linebackers that we've drafted and we've had on the team. You know, let's compare their grades. Let's look at Foye Oluwaquan. We're gonna all look at rookie seasons. I pulled it up and I brought up everybody's rookie season. So Foye was a 65.7 as a rookie, which you can see right there. He was a 65.7. That's Foye, 65.7 as a rookie. Troy was a 40. Again, that's Foye right here, 65.7. That's pretty good as a rookie. And of course, we we did not re-sign him past his rookie contract. I think he now plays for Jacksonville. But that's one person. Let's look at somebody else. Let's look at their rookie PFF grade. Let's see who else we got here. Let's look at Debo. Let's look at Deion Jones, his rookie PFF grade. Deion Jones had a 65.8 PFF grade, which you see right here as a rookie. 65.8. That was Deion's grade as a rookie. 65.8. Again, that's pretty decent as a rookie PFF grade. But that's Deion Jones, PFF. Let's see who we got coming up next. Next, we're gonna let's look at Devondre Campbell, another guy that we did not sign past his rookie contract, which in hindsight, oh boy, we really should have, because he was a first team All-Pro, I think last year there with Green Bay. But let's look at Vondre. Now, Vondre has a 51.6. That's not great, even for a rookie. That's not good for a rookie, but he had a 51.6. But as I just said, he was a first-team All-Pro like a year ago, so he eventually got it together. But he was a 51.6. So other than Troy Andersen, that's the lowest grade we've seen thus far. But even if you compare his 51.6 to Troy Andersen at 40, we're talking about almost 12 points higher that Vondre had as a rookie. You know, and that's Vondre Campbell. Now let's also take a look here at who do we got next. Let's look at your boy Duke Riley, who's a total bust for the Falcons, man. Duke Riley went good for them, but dancing in the locker room after games. That's what he was good for. But Duke Riley had a 55.7. His was a little bit higher than Vondre Campbell. Still 15, 16 points higher than Troy Andersen. And this is Duke Riley we're talking about, y'all. Duke Riley, 55.7. And again, Troy Andersen is right at 40.2. And that's Duke Riley. And next we're gonna have let's look at Walker. Mikael Walker, the guy that Troy Andersen started in place of, I think, which was the last 5 games of the season. Walker had a very impressive 74 PFF grade as a rookie. You see it right here. He was a 74. That's very, very impressive. 74 PFF grade. So he showed a lot of potential. 74. And again, that's for Mikael Walker. So those are just some of our recent guys that we drafted. And, of course, Troy Andersen by far. And these linebackers. And Troy Andersen by far has that lowest PFF grade. And I know somebody's probably thinking, or somebody may say, or somebody may type, well, Toddy, man, you act like PFF means everything. You know, PFF don't tell you the whole story. You know what? That might be the case. But you know why I use PFF as a reference point? Because the NFL uses it. General managers use it. Head coaches use it. Assistant coaches use it. The talent scouting department uses it. College football, Division I, they use it. So if all these powerful entities involved in the game of football use it as reference points, I'm going to use it as a reference point. And it's not just PFF. I'm telling y'all what the eye test told me as I watched Troy Andersen. Troy has a lot to work on, man. He has a lot to work on. And I was thinking, well, you know, before Troy started, you know, becoming a quote-unquote full-time starter, I was like, well, yeah, you'll put Troy Andersen in there, and they're probably going to eventually move away from Mikael Walker. But now, like, Walker has only 1 year left on his contract, which is 2023. Now, I don't think he can move past Walker. I'm worried. We may have to go and get somebody in free agency to play linebacker. I don't necessarily really want to draft another linebacker high in the draft because we just drafted Troy in the second round. But If we don't find a free agent to come in here, or we may not have a choice. And I hope Troy proves me wrong, because I really want him to blossom and become that guy. So I really hope he gets it together. But man, at his current pace, I'm worried about him being our starting linebacker next year. I'm very, very worried. I just didn't like what I saw from Troy as a starter. I didn't like it. And once they did bench Walker, I was like, yeah, put Troy Andersen in there. Troy Andersen, he play better anyway than Walker. But man, I'm gonna be honest. Troy Andersen's 5 games that he started, he was not a better linebacker than Walker when he was started. Just gonna be honest. You know. So I don't know if you go into training camp with Troy as a starter next year. I don't know if you get somebody in free agency to draft. I don't know. But again, hopefully Troy Andersen blossoms, and he will alleviate my concerns. But I am worried. Can't lie to you. I'm worried. So let me know what you guys think. As always, we'll chop it up in the comments. Tell me what you think about Troy Andersen. Are you worried about Troy Andersen? Do you think he had a good, great, bad, terrible rookie season? Are you worried? Are you concerned? Or do you feel great about Troy Andersen? Do you think that I'm tripping and Troy Andersen played well? Just tell me, Todd, are you tripping? Troy Andersen was balling last year. What were you looking at? Regardless of how you feel, let me know in the comment section. Let's talk about it in the comment section. And if you like this video, if you appreciate the content we provide on this channel, do us a huge favor and make sure that you do subscribe to our channel. You know, make sure that you are subscribed. We are on a 1,000 subscriber grind. I think we're now around about 460 subscribers. So slowly we are getting there, but with your help, you know, we'll be there in no time. So make sure that you do subscribe to the channel. Also, make sure that you do like the video. What happens when you like the video? That satisfies YouTube's algorithm, and it pushes the video out to a broader audience. So like, subscribe, share the video also. And again, in the comment section, make sure to tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about this subject. Am I tripping, or do I have a valid concern? You know, so let's talk about it. Let's chop it up. And before I get out of here, how about them damn dogs? Georgia Bulldogs, bike to bike national champions, undefeated, undisputed. Go damn dogs. I'll see y'all the next time I see y'all.